Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn Azure Cloud and we'll leverage free 200 credit from Azure which is valid for 30 days to explore Azure capabilities and offerings. So I will guide you how to use Azure 200 credit USD credit on free. So first of all you need to go to the your browser and just search Azure free. Then you will be landed onto the this page, and over here you can see create your Azure free account. Over there you need to click. Now you can see the page redirected and you can see try Azure for free. And if you go down you can see what are the things we will can get in Azure free account, which is valid for 30 days. So that $200 credit you can use for creating a VMs and different services. So we'll explore that one. So before that we need to set up the account. So let's try Azure for free. Okay, now you can see we are going to use the new account. That's the reason we need to create a new one. So click on create one, and over here you need to choose sign with different account. As I already have existing account, so I will not use that one. So you can see new to Microsoft. Yeah. So click on create an account. Over here you need to put your email ID. So I'm giving my email ID. So no matter it's a third party email ID, that also you can leverage, and click on next. Now the verification code will be sent on your email ID, so that we need to put it over here. So let me grab the security code from my email. Now you can see I'm going to specify my country, and I need to put the date of birth. So I'm putting some date over here and I'm clicking on next. Now I need to specify my name, and do you want tips and offers from Microsoft? You can click on this option. If you don't want, just click next. And I need to prove now I'm not a human. This is additional security measures from Microsoft that we need to pass. Yeah, if you want to use any passkey from your phone, you can use it. I don't want to use at the moment, so it will not allow you. So again, I will scan that code from my handset and let's see. Okay, now you can see passkey is created so that I can use the my face or fingerprint and pin to sign into my account. Now the next thing you need to do, you need to give your detail about your profile. So we are going to use this one for personal use. So I'm selecting that option, and I need to specify the phone. Is it mandatory? Then only we'll give it. It's up to you, but it's good to have your company name. And now you need to solve the puzzle. Match the direction, and once you're done with these security steps, click on next. Okay, phone number is mandatory. And now address information I need to give. And now I need to click next. It will take some time. Okay, now you can see we need to specify the payment details, and this is just for verification purpose. Now I'm going to put my details, and I will stop the recording for a moment. Okay, now you need to enter your card details and just need to click on sign up. It will charge a small amount that is minimal, that will be refundable. You can see you would not be charged unless you move to pay as you go pricing model. So we are going to leverage the free model, and I just provided the payment method, and now I need to click sign up. Now you can see enabling multi-factor authentication can block attacks on your account. So let's do that. Click on next. Okay, so the account is created. Now you can see welcome to Azure. That multi-factor authentication, that is the advice, and I can do, or we can set up that after some time. But now you can see the message: create your first AI agent, import code from GitHub, or choose your template, and that way you can start with $200 free credits to build, test, and deploy your project. So now we can explore the Azure in free for 30 days with the help of this $200 credit. Click on continue. Now you can see what are the things available. We can create a template, we can create a resources, we can build our AI agent, and we can import code from the GitHub as well. So let's start with creating a resources. Now, what are the different popular services available under the free umbrella? You can see virtual machine, storage account, SQL database, web app, container app, functional app. These things we can leverage. So let's start with creating a virtual machine first. So I'm clicking on creating a virtual machine. Now you can see there are different options available. What type of environment you want to create, dev test, production. So we'll do for dev test as of now because we are learning and we are trying to explore here. And over here, the different CPU sizes, these we can use. Select workload type that we can choose. So instead of selecting over here, I will skip this step and will create by our own. These are the recommendation from Microsoft side. Now you can see in our account, whenever you want to create any resource, before that you need to create a Azure subscription. So by default, the Azure subscription one is in place. So let's validate that one first. I'm coming back to home screen and now I'm moving to the under subscription sections. Okay, all services, and over here try to search subscriptions. Basically this is alphabetically, so we need to go under S subscription. Let's validate. Okay, as we haven't created any subscription, that's the reason it's not appearing. So let's search over here. Okay, now you can see subscription. I'm heading towards subscription. So by default, Azure subscription one is already created and it's active. So we can leverage this Azure subscription one. Okay, now go back to our home screen and let's start creating resource Azure virtual machine. And I'm skipping this step and let's start. Now over here you can leverage the Copilot. Like you can see, I can get a notification help me to create a low cost VM. So let's try that one. Okay, manual require the following models. Okay, we don't have that Copilot is enabled. That could be the reason we are not able to leverage that one. But anyways, we'll do by our own. So we need to create a subscription that is already created by default. We'll leverage that one. Now we need to create a resource group. So you can see whenever you try to create any new resource, it will automatically create a new resource group as well. But if you want to give your own name, you can leverage that one as well. So instead of using default resource group name, we can leverage our own name. Let's say I'm giving name as a resource resource group as a lab 1, and we need to specify the virtual machine name. We'll create a one Windows machine because that will be easy for everyone to do hands-on. So let's say Windows server will create server 1, and over here we need to specify the region. So I will choose the nearest region from my area, and now you can see I choose in the central India. If it's West India is available, okay, let me go with central India. Then availability zone. So if you want to set up a different availability zone, you can leverage that one. Virtual machine scale set, availability set will keep the default option. We can cover these availability options in separate training. Now we can see zone. So we'll choose the s- Azure decided zone. Okay, we can choose simply no infrastructure for redundancy. Then you don't need to choose any available option. This is mainly for production purpose. Now you can see security type. You can choose the option trusted launch virtual machine and confidential virtual machine. If you want to run any secure code inside your VM, then you can go for confidential virtual machine. That is more for confidential computing. And if you want to use for general purpose, I would recommend to go with the default option. And now we need to choose the image. So these are the different image available. So let me choose the Windows Server 25 data center. And now next thing is you can see free services available. Now you can see sizes. So whatever the default size we selected, that will be charged with $143 per month. We don't require that huge configuration. So let me try with the minimal cost per month. Yeah, so we'll use this one. 2 CPU, 1 RAM, but at least we should have 2 RAM. So 1 RAM, 1 GB is not enough. So we'll go with this one. 4 GB RAM, 2 CPU, data disk 4, and max output, and this will be charged $24. So this cost will be get deducted from our $200 free credit. So I'm choosing that size. And now we need to provide administrator name. I'm giving as an administrator. I'm going to specify some password over here for my administrator account. Okay, the password must be long enough, 12 character. Okay, now if you want to take a remote desktop, and if you want to explore, you can choose allow selected port, and make sure if you want to do RDP, you can enable RDP 3389. Now moving to the next part about disk. Now you can see encryption at host. So at the time of creating a VM itself, you can encrypt, but it's your choice because encryption at host is not registered at for our select subscription level. So if you select that option, then only you can enable this option. So I'm not taking that option because we haven't enabled on our subscription. Now OS disk, you can see OS disk is 128 GB and it's a premium SSD. If you choose standard HDD, it will save your cost. So I'm choosing, you can see it will impact the performance, but as we are leveraging for test purpose, so it's fine. So we'll leverage standard HDD. And you can see delete with VM. So disk persist independently from the virtual machine. You can choose automatically delete a disk when the associate virtual machine is deleted. Yeah, it's a good practice. Like whenever if you don't want your VM, and once you delete the VM, previously what happened, you delete the VM, but HDD still in your subscription, and you will be charged for that one. So that's the reason uh, Microsoft enhanced their service and they given this option, so that if someone forgot to delete the HDD, then they should not charge. That's the reason now this option, if you choose, you don't need to separately worry about the deletion of your HDD from your subscription. Next thing, they come up with key management. If you have want to encrypt your VM with your own key, then you can leverage key vault. As of now, we don't have any. We'll cover this section in another video. So at the moment, we'll skip that one and let's proceed further by clicking next. Network. As you can see, we have plain vanilla subscription. We don't have any network created. So first we need to create a virtual network. So you can see Windows virtual network is created and it taking by default name, but we'll use our own name. Instead of Windows Server 1, we'll use Windows VNet. It will be easy for to get it. We'll keep the default IP addresses, and now you need to click on OK. So subnet will use the default one, so that is enough for us. And then public IP we required if you want to do the RDP. So we can leverage the public IP naming convention, let it be. NIC network security group. If you want to put use the leverage NHG groups, you can choose. Otherwise, you can send none. So I'll keep with the basic option. Public inbound port we required only 3389, so that we are enabling over here. Delete the public IP and NIC when VM is deleted. Yeah, this is also good option. So again, the same way like we discussed about hard drive, same way if you delete the VM previously, the public IP associated with your VM, that will be persistent and it will be charged. So you need to go explicitly into your subscription and you need to delete. Otherwise, it's not get deleted by default. So it's a good initiative from Microsoft that you can use that option. And enable access accelerated networking. We don't require any additional acceleration on our network. Next, on the management part, now you can see Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Enable basic plan for free, so we can choose this option for enabling to manage your VM from the advanced threat protection. Identity, if you want to set up any identity access management on your VM, you can choose that one. Microsoft Entra ID, RBAC role assignment, also you can leverage over here. Enable auto shutdown, that also will enable. So our VM will automatically shut down at the every day after 7 p.m. and you will be notified on my email ID. That is the good practice. If you want to enable backup, disaster recovery, all these advanced scenario, we are not going to touch now. And next, monitoring part. Okay, one thing I forgot to, yeah, patch orchestration process. If you want to do automatic or auto update, you can choose that option, or you can simply choose manual update and click on next. Now alerting part, if you want to enable alerts, you can enable that. Boot diagnostic, if you want to enable, you can choose that option. I'm keeping disable because I don't want to make it complicated. And application health monitoring, enable OS keys diagnostics, I will not choosing that option. And now extension, if you want to add an extension, you can directly install from here. We're not going to use that one. And list. Next, tags. If you want to assign any tag to your VM, you can assign. That also we are not going to specify. And now click on review and create. Now you can see something validation failed for the following tab. Let's go into that option basic. Okay, Okay, we are use administrator. That is the standard username that we cannot leverage. So I'm going to remove that name and I'm going to use my name as it is. And let's try to create a VM. Now you can see you set up RDP port open to internet, but that is required for to showcase you how to access the VM and Windows machine. So I will keep that as open. And you can see the charge 0.003 USD per hour. I'm okay with this one, so I'm creating all validation passed, and now we are proceeding with creating a virtual machine. Now it will take a few minutes. Now it's 12:54, so in next 5 to 6 minutes the VM will be get deployed. If you like this video, please subscribe and like click on like button. That will motivate me to create more videos, and I will help you to learn different technologies on my channel. So now you can see deployment is in progress. So you can see network is creation is completed, VNet is completed, IP is assigned, and now the deployment progress is ongoing. Okay, so you can see next in 2 3 minutes our VM is deployment is complete. Now we'll heading towards our resource VM. Now VM is started. Let's copy the public IP and do the RDP. I'm specifying my name and the password. Okay, password is wrong. Okay, so username I'm putting wrong one. So let me try to log in. Click on OK. Now you can see I'm trying to access our deployed VM. First time it will take time because this is the first time this VM is getting boot up. And here we are. Windows Admin Center you can leverage, will keep as it is. Minimize the screen and now you can see the 4 GB RAM, 2 core CPU, and it's deployed successfully. And now I'm going back to our portal Azure VM. Now you can see over here whatever the resource required to create a one VM, you can see over here: public IP address, virtual network, actual VM, network interface, the resource group, and network security group. All these things are created under our subscription. And over here you can see the resource cost, everything you can see over here. It's an overview page. Now you can see top free services by usage. So unused services, still 58 service we haven't used. Okay then, I hope you like this video, and to watch such more videos, please like on my videos and subscribe on my channel to motivate me to create additional videos. And thanks for watching. Bye.